Oopsie.
We are live with Mr. Ryan French from Monday Q
Live.
Info. There he is, coming to us
There
from
he
Denver,
is.
Colorado.
There he is. Hold on. I want to make sure that it
Nobody
tweeted.
watching yet. Tweet it out. I'll retweet it.
Oh, there it is.
Ryan?
Oh, yeah. And the title joins us. Okay. We're good.
I told you we were good.
Well done on the graphics, Mark. Mark
Yeah.
is at his in-laws. I am in
I'm learning.
Denver. And that's it. What's up, dude? How are you, man? You've been watching the U.S. Open. I was at Golf Tech most of the day. Nick Clearwater, a top 50, top 100 teaching pro, will join us. Nick Hardy will hopefully join us.
Nick Hardy, like the Nick Hardy?
The Nick Hardy.
Friend of
will
the
join
show,
us.
Nick Hardy, friend of Any Given Monday, T21 of the
Yes.
U.S. Open.
Swag representative, the swag putter,
extraordinaire.
swag bag, swag, the swag putter. I mean, it's all good.
All right.
He just said his thing. Sweet. I can come on whenever. Yep.
Tell him to join us for as long as he likes.
No hurry. All right. Your thoughts on, as we wait for Nick, your thoughts on LA Country Club as a golfer, as a pro, your thoughts from afar.
I know this is an unpopular opinion, and social media has been.
By the way, just I hate to cut you off, but I think
Sure,
Nick's going to join us.
You don't need to come in.
Yeah, I mean,
is he?
I think he's going to be joining us any minute. Imminently.
Okay. Yes. So I'll get back to my thoughts. When Nick joins us, interrupt me. We'll throw him up, and he can do all the talking. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I've actually really enjoyed watching it. There he is. He's with us.
Oh, all right.
That was fast.
Nick,
guys.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, dude?
Not much. How you doing?
Good. What do we rent in LA? Is it a house? Are we in a house? Where are we at?
I didn't rent it. I'm staying with a friend who lives right near Riviera, so it couldn't be a better week for me.
This is great. This is a great situation. Well, Nick, 18 holes ago last week, you had basically no chance to even be here, let alone make the cut and be in the top 20. How does it feel, dude?
It feels unreal, honestly. I'm certainly proud of where I've put myself through 36 holes. Definitely looking back on where it could have been, probably makes it really special. But I'm proud of my fight today. I bogeyed the first hole, it feels like such an easy hole, and then when you especially make a 6 on a par 5, any par 5, it's like really not the best way to start a round, but it was a battle, and I played really well, played really strong today.
Before Mark gets to a question, I'll have the next one, but do you want, like, the U.S. Open more than any other tournament, the course conditions change, like, throughout the week more than any other tournament? Are you watching any golf this afternoon, Nick? And if you are, can you learn anything by watching that you can take to tomorrow?
Yeah, I just turned it on maybe 20 minutes ago, so I haven't gotten to watch a lot today, but I'm looking forward to seeing how the course plays the last, before sunset here. I think with the sun out finally, it should have definitely baked it out a little bit more. But I'm curious to see what they'll do with the course tomorrow. They can certainly let the greens go a little bit. But besides that, I don't think there's going to be much difference. I think there will be a little harder pins maybe, but they might move a bunch of tees up too. We'll see.
Nick, when we last talked to you on the longest day of golf, you had said that you knew this course, you had experience on it, you kind of had an idea as to how it was going to play. How has it met or not met your expectations? And then what were the differences in the way the course presented itself today versus day one?
Yeah, I think it played pretty similarly to in my mind how it would play. I think I would have predicted the greens to be a little firmer by now, but I'm really happy with how they set it up. I think they're certainly rewarding good play out there. I think when you see a separated leaderboard like you do in the top 20, I think it's a good sign of like the course setup was pretty good because they're getting the guys who are playing well, playing the best, which is I think what you want.
When you like tomorrow, Nick, do you want it to be harder? Do you thrive on a more difficult golf course? Would you like the greens to firm up, or are you okay with how it is now?
I'm okay with whatever. I looked at myself on the leaderboard right now. I think I'll be pretty late. So I think I will be seeing whatever the harder part of whatever that day is tomorrow. So I'm just ready for it. I'm ready for tough conditions. I feel like once you go around the course a couple times, even if the course changes, you kind of get a little more comfortable because you can at least predict bounces a little bit, but I kind of know where you can get away with certain things better now, and so like everyone else. So I think I'm good with however the course plays, but I do know that I'll probably be seeing the brunt of it.
Nick, did you make any strategy adjustments today over the first day?
Not really. Like this course, like everyone talks about how wide the fairways are, but they really don't play that wide. And I would say like the biggest emphasis pretty much on every US Open is just, man, I really need to hit this tee shot. Like really, I need to hit this tee shot in the fairway. Like that's how it is almost on every hole. I would say like, you're just like, oh man, there's so much pressure to hit this ball in the fairway. And I would say over the course of 36 holes, that was just my mind set was on just let's get this ball in the fairway.
And I assume you have the same strategy going into tomorrow, Nick. I mean, it's just like, do you go into tomorrow with a number in mind, or is it just very much shot by shot?
Very much shot by shot tomorrow. I definitely have. I'll set a number as a target, as a goal, maybe, but shot by shot, I think, is the best way to go. And I just know on this golf course, it's going to play tough on some holes, but if you play well, that you can execute, that you can make birdies. So if I can stay patient and have a pretty clean round, I think I can shoot 4 or 5 under, and you never know where that can put me going into Sunday.
Yeah, you finished up really solid today, just a whole stretch of pars from 13 on in. What did you work on after the round, or did you just, knowing what the weekend's going to bring, to just kick back and try to conserve energy?
Yeah, I would say I just tried to stay patient. Like I woke up pretty early this morning, and it was a pretty quick turnaround for my next round. So I did know that like I was going to get probably the best conditions of anyone today. So I kind of kept a good attitude after I finished pretty poorly in my first round. I kept a good attitude. I knew how well I played in round 1, and I would just say that I tried to just say like, look, let's just go hit the fairways again, and I think we can shoot something under par.
Nick, we're going to let you get back. You've been so awesome to us. The swag bag, let's talk quickly about swag. The bag is fire, dude. I mean,
whoa.
It's
right here. It's looking
great. Look at that.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing is sweet.
It is sweet. I really like the orange,
Are you going to stick with the orange is this the bag going forward, or what?
Well, no, I'm going to get a new bag every probably 6 weeks or so. And they told me that there is an Illini bag in the future. So I'm very much looking forward to that one. Yeah.
Speaking of Illini, your former teammate, I don't know if he played with him, but he's about to win his second 2 starts. I mean, a girl played in the Colorado Open. I'm out in Colorado. I mean, the Illini golf program, both men's and women's, is in a pretty good spot right now.
Yes, current and former players, I think.
Man,
it just keeps on getting stronger. Shout out to both programs. I think it's really cool. And I would say like Adrian, he's an absolute stud, and it doesn't surprise me to see what he's doing. I really think it's great for Michael that Michael Fiegels, that Adrian's out there now, because they were teammates and they're going to be competitive. Michael's not going to like that Adrian's beating him a lot. So I know that's going to help him, and I hope he does it. Second week in a row, he's got a good chance to win, and hopefully he does it again. I mean, kid's a stud. He'll be out playing on Sundays on the PGA Tour soon.
Nick, thanks as always, dude. Go get some rest. We're pulling for you. Thanks for your
guys.
time as always, and might as well win the Open. You're out there, dude.
Let's
Keep it
go
rolling.
give it a shot, right?
All right.
You guys are the
Thanks
best.
again, Nick.
All right, and have a good
Thanks,
show.
man.
Have a great
See
night.
ya.
Very cool of that man to join us.
Yeah, I mean, Nick has been awesome, and we've said it many times, but I will say it again. It is not that long ago that I had him on the podcast, and he was in deep shit. I mean, like halfway through the season or a little more, hadn't played well at all, and it was in the middle of a five missed cuts in a row, and got with Davis Riley. Last minute decision for them to play together at the Zurich. They win. And Mark, can you speak to it? Is just like, how close, how fine the line is. But second of all, just like confidence in what it does. Like, as soon as you get that win and I assume it's just like mentally it just takes off from there.
Yeah, you know what I love about Nick Hardy? I mean, a lot of things, but mainly is that he's the same exact guy coming off of 5 missed cuts as he is after he's won a golf tournament. Mm-hmm. He still believes in himself. He still has confidence. He doesn't let his scores or his play dictate his self-worth. He's just a very quietly confident person. I mean, quietly confident. He's outwardly confident, but it never borders on cockiness whatsoever. You just know the dude believes in himself despite what the results are. I love that about Nick Hardy. It's so cool that he's in the top 20 right now, but this is his 5th, I believe it's his 5th US Open. So
yeah. All through Springfield, by the way, like the guy is the new Brian Stewart. I mean, right. Like
he's taking the reins.
Like there's one less spot in Springfield every year. But the way he's playing, he won't need to be at Springfield for very long.
So what did you make of his assessment that this is just a great golf course that identifies the best play? I think that is, you can't speak to a better setup than that. And when Twitter is not real life, but when we scroll the takes on Twitter, it's like, you think this is the worst US Open setup since Aaron Hills or something. And he seems to really like it.
Yeah, I don't know enough about architecture to give a educated opinion on it. I like to see tougher, but I think tougher's coming, and I don't know at the end of the day if I really care. And surely the players that are in contention don't care. Now, the players that aren't might say like, hey, it should be tougher or whatever, but like, do you think Ricky Fowler is going to complain about the setup? I mean, the leaderboard, as I'm watching, Ricky, Xander, Wyndham Clark, Rory, Dustin Johnson, Minwoo. I mean, like, it's a great leaderboard. It's like, it's not going to, I don't know. Under par or over par just doesn't. Yes, I think the U.S. Open should be harder. Everybody knew this course had the potential to do this. It's going to be even par. I mean, 1 under of what they were yesterday. So I mean, the over under by Vegas was 5.5. We might get there, we might get back to 5 or 6 under for the winner.
With the correction that's already been made and a very minor tweak, it just sounded like the sun came out. They get a little more wind today. The greens are slightly faster and the scores are significantly higher. So if that trend continues to the weekend, I mean, you may not see anybody get to double digits from this point forward. Obviously, Xander could do it today, but everybody may just go the other way. It's very possible that we end up with a very reasonable score relative to par. But they get the marine layer the next 2 mornings, and it could be a different story. But we probably have seen the last 62.
Yes.
I don't think that's going to happen again. If it was going to happen, maybe it would have been today, but no one's even getting close.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just looking at the cut line and some qualifiers. I mean, Jacob Solomon never played a PGA Tour event. and just finished with a birdie he was inside the cut line anyway, but he was one inside, made a birdie on the last to shoot 73 today, 3 over, and make the cut by at least one, probably two, maybe three. And he still has his resume. He still has his resume on LinkedIn. His phone number is still on LinkedIn.
You'd like to tell him what a great job he did today. Here's his phone number. We're doxing him right now.
You could send it. You can send him a text message. I hope he takes that down. But yes,
if we had a producer in the background right now, they could put it up for everybody. But
yeah. Just like, hey, send this guy a text. He just made the cut at the U.S. Open.
So yeah, we're looking at this cut line. I mean, when the morning wave finished, +2 was like almost T60, T59. It's moved all the way down to T50.
Yeah.
It's pretty impossible to see that changing.
Yeah.
Right. I mean that cut seems very solid. There's a ton of players at +2. I guess they could go backwards, a lot of them, but there really is a ton of players at +2.
Yeah.
But 22 players. But something ridiculous would have to happen, like, a wildfire would have to start right now.
Yeah.
But hey, I just wanted to get back to one point for Nick, because it was something that was brought up earlier that I think all winners in recent U.S. Open history have come after 36 holes have come from within 2 of the lead.
Yep.
And because this is, a different U.S. Open on a different golf course that Nick really likes, that bodes really well for him. When par is the battlefield for the top of the leaderboard, you just don't have a chance to really move up with, you can't fire at anything. You're just par's a great score, and it's really hard to move up that way. But now you have a combination where, birdies can move you up if the top guys kind of get out of position a little bit, playing a little later because the conditions get a little crustier. Maybe he can make a bigger move and position himself well for Sunday.
Yeah. Agreed. Obviously Nick has been awesome to us. So, we are huge fans and we hope he plays well. All right. Biggest surprise. Wyndham Clark's the biggest surprise, obviously, right? Wyndham's
is Wyndham Clark a bigger surprise than Ricky Fowler?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I don't think so. Ricky's a bigger surprise to me.
You're right. That's a very. Sam Bennett, not a surprise. The guy is okay. Mark, cocky or confident or both. Sam Bennett.
I think he's a little bit cocky, but he backs up every single emotion that he radiates. If I were to play against him, I'd be like, I kind of don't. As a fan, I enjoy watching him, and his golf swing's incredible. It defies biomechanics. But it's if I were playing against him, I'd be like, I really want to beat this guy because I think he's cocky.
Yeah.
And then he'd absolutely smoke me.
Obviously, he has a wonderful story that I can relate to on many levels. His dad had dementia, like mine had Alzheimer's and those kind of things. So it's a wonderful story. He seems to be a great dude. The comment of, I don't feel any nerves. I feel I belong here. Now, you can feel you belong here. That is totally, you should, or what's the point of being out there? But to say you don't feel any nerves is it's just impossibly not true. Like, you're at the U.S. Open.
Maybe he's just that good. Maybe he's that young, that naive. He has 0 scar tissue.
Yeah.
Get back to Curtis Strange. He'll learn.
Yeah, he'll learn.
Dylan Wu, our another really good friend of the show, is 1 hole to play, and he's 1 ahead of Nick, T13. He's been playing unbelievably well this season.
They're good friends, too, so if he bogeys the last, they might play together. But we don't wish that for Dylan. Dylan's been great. Ryan Gerard, another friend of the show. Everybody who was on let me think. We had JJ Gray. He almost made the cut. He made a great run. We had Ryan Gerard. He's made the cut. Nick Hardy. He's made the cut. Dylan Wu. He's made the cut. It's like a Monday Q bump.
The Monday Q bump is a real thing.
It's a real thing. All right.
I'm just texting someone right now to see if they want to join us who was there today.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Cut line, yeah. The cut line is going to be +2. Looks like Data Golf had it at like 90% earlier. Let's check Data Golf and see if the cut line has any chance to move to 3. I would guess it doesn't, but
it just doesn't look like it has a chance.
It does not.
There, like we said earlier, there's so many players at +2, but I mean,
let's see.
It's just not getting better fast enough for those guys at +3.
No, it's not.
I mean, who's the biggest surprise here at +3 as someone who's in the clubhouse missed cut?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, Jordan, but he's struggling with injuries, right?
Yeah.
Good friend Davis missed the cut by 1. It's unfortunate. Alan Morikawa, another injured. I mean, he's got some holes left, though. Jordan Gumberg. Jordan has been at it for a long time. And is a roommate of a friend of ours, Mark, of Tyler's, Mark, and he is one off the cut line. Yeah, Justin Thomas is the biggest surprise. The dude is like lost. I mean, he's truly just struggling. Just really, it's so wild with Bones and him together that it's gone super backwards. Not that Bones has anything to do with it. It just seems to be like they would be. I figured once Bones and him were together, it was going to take off, but it's gone the opposite way. Now I can't find him on the leaderboard.
Yeah, I mean, this gets back to the setup of the U.S. Open, and what Nick was saying was the separation in the leaderboard. I mean, there is a significant separation in players, and you just look at Max Homa, and I mean, he's having a horrific day right now.
Okay, 1 second. Justin Thomas is 12 over through 16 holes.
Ooh.
I mean, what?
I hadn't received that update.
Whoa. Justin Thomas is in 155th place right now. That is wild. I mean, when was the last time
Justin the biggest Thomas, surprise.
He's beating one person. Justin Thomas is beating one person right now. Wow. Whoa. That is absolutely wild. What is wrong with?
Well, yesterday there were no scores in the 80s. And today there are a bunch.
First time in history, I don't know. I'm sure it was Justin Ray. I'm just going to credit Justin Ray because I assume it was him.
I think our friend Willie Wilcox may jump on here and tell us he caddied today for Ben Carr.
Yeah, let's go.
And he's going to come join us here and tell us about the day.
Hold on. Willie Wilcox. Oops.
Let me see. I need to send him an email.
Here, I'll forward you the email of mine. Hold on, with the link.
Oh, the email link. Okay.
Hold on, please. Everybody, this is live in motion.
We don't have a producer tonight, so we are.
We're flying solo. I just emailed you the link.
Okay. Willie caddies for Ben Carr. He caddied for him in the U.S. Am last year, where Ben Carr finished runner-up, and he took Willie to the U.S. Open, and so they have a strong working relationship right now. I mean, Ben just made the cut. Assume, no matter what, I mean, he's at 2. He's in the house at 2. He's good.
Yeah. Yeah, so
there's going to be some relief probably here, and hopefully some joy for Willie and his friend.
And we'll ask Willie about his swing. His swing is looking good on the. He played golf this week. He's probably tired.
Yeah. Who did he play with? He played with
Carl Anthony Towns.
Oh yeah, 7-footer.
Yeah. And he played at Hillcrest, where the final qualifying was held. And Willie will.
Coming
Let's
into
see
the
what he
house.
has to say. Is he in?
No, not yet. I just sent him the link. But he was on the Loop podcast this week with Ben. Both he and Ben were on it, and they were talking about preparation. And they went to the champions locker room. A couple of players are trying to take Ben under their wing, and by all accounts, Ben is just a super impressive player, and he's just an absolute flesher.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. All these players coming out of college, they just hit it. They hit it so far, and college has become an incredibly deep pool of talent that players are coming out and they're just ready to contend immediately.
Man, how did we agree to say Rio Ishikawa? Rio
Ishikawa.
I mean, he's going to make the cut, possibly. I probably just put the jinx on him. He's on the cut line.
Did you just put the jinx on him?
Yeah, 100%.
Our friend Thomas Peters, he's got one to play. He's gonna need a birdie on the last hole, which is a tall order.
Okay.
We played with Thomas in a practice round at the Barracuda. He has since made the jump to the Live Tour, and we have Willie here.
Oh, okay.
There he is.
Look at he's got the
He's frozen.
He's frozen in time.
He is frozen. Let me text him and tell him.
Willie's frozen. Okay.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Oh, he's frozen again. Willie.
Oh, boy. Well, we get a snapshot of the unimpressed Willie Wilcox.
Yeah, he's like, that's the look of.
Look at that face.
Yeah, he's just like, hey. Oh. Willie?
Say something. He's just shaking.
Yeah. Shit, we can hear you or see you.
He's texting. I guess his internet, his Wi-Fi connection is just not going to be strong enough.
It's not going to work.
He says he can't hear anything. Still can't hear anything? Willie? Let me see. No, he's not on mute. Okay.
This might be better than anything. Look at him. I love it. This is going through the house with Willie
Wilcox tracker, trying to find the hot spot.
I love this. This might be my favorite. This, like, the fact that the video keeps going in and out has made it even better. Willie can't hear us. Tell him to go out and come back in. Try that.
Let's remove him.
Yeah. We really. This is a good idea in theory.
It's going to be a good idea. It's going to pay off, but we're going to lose all of our viewers in the meantime.
Oh, that's fine. It's a work in progress.
All right. Let's try to bring him back in. There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Hey, Willie.
Oh, gosh. Get your shit together.
Hey, I'm sure it's our fault. We don't have a producer. Uh-oh. We're gonna get his response for the day in like little 20-second sound bites at best.
Yeah. I love this so much.
All right.
Well, that was Willie.
That was Willie. You know,
Thanks,
you know
Willie.
why he's there? Yeah. Thanks, Willie, for joining the show.
Great insight from Willie Wilcox. Well, all right. Ricky has made another birdie. He's up 1. Why we wait for Willie if he ever comes? I think it might be Willie's fault. It's not, but we're just going to blame it on Willie.
What do you make of Mickelson today? Mickelson just shooting 4 over and couldn't
He's
really
52
get anything.
years old. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just hard to. I've put I feel bad. I put the super jinx on Rio. Oh, nope. He just knocked it to what did he knock it to? He's on 9, 20 feet. Yeah, it's for birdie on 9. He just two putt from 20 feet and he's in for the weekend.
Well, that would be good for Japan. Okay, we're going to try again.
Oh, Willie Will?
Yeah, what's up?
How's it going, man? Just let the poor man just give up. We give up, Willie. We love you. Play well this weekend.
Thanks, Willie. Thanks for the effort.
Thanks, Willie. Well, all right. Well, that was Willie Wilcox. He did join us.
He did join us. Okay. Do you want to talk while we wait for any potential movement in the cut line, which there won't be any? Do you want to talk any updates? Have you heard anything from players this week about all of the happenings in golf, the future of golf, the direction? I mean, it's kind of been a little bit quiet on that front since the U.S. Open has started. Maybe that is a good thing.
Max, nice shot. It's been nice to have a week where it feels like, doesn't it feel like the announcement was like a year ago? I don't know. It just seems like the longest week. But it's been kind of nice to just, Phil deflected questions, Colin deflected questions. Everybody kind of deflected questions, and it's been nice to, look, we're going to try again. All right.
What's up?
All right, Willie. There it is.
Are we here?
We're here.
Nice.
Hey, buddy.
Willie, congratulations.
Marky.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Willie, congratulations.
Thank you very much. It was an awesome day.
How thrilled are you guys?
Very, very. I don't know what we're at right now, but Ben played really, really good. It was super, super fun. And, man, he's just a stud. It goes 542, 520, 490, and he went par.
Stones. Absolute stones.
Willie, talk a little bit about that. I've been caddied before where you're right on the cut line with Mark. Like, the stress is just right there. It's going to be probably 1, 2, or 3. You guys were early, so it's a little bit harder to know exactly what it is. But you're right around it, and you don't want to fall any. Like, do you guys talk about the cut line at all, or are you just like shot by shot?
He has no pulse. It's amazing to watch from my perspective since I did it. And I realized what a complete psychopath I was. And he just doesn't even it's amazing. It really is amazing to watch. He just is chilling. He had to par those 3 holes. He had to hit darts 350 off the tee. And there's a quadruple bogey on all 3 of those.
Mm-hmm.
And he birdied 15 as well. He went birdie, par to make it.
Wow. What's really stood out to you, Willie, about today, the conditions, what changed between today and round 1, what adjustments you guys made?
Well, the course just crisped up, but he was in the morning, so there was a little bit of moisture out there. The pins were way more difficult. He didn't change anything. Yeah, the only thing that messes up is maybe his alignment every now and again. But no change. Just the course was way more difficult, and they did something out there, but it's crisping up a lot.
Is it so tomorrow, Willie? What's kind of as someone who's been through this stuff? Are you going to do any? What's your preparation for tomorrow? Knowing it's going to be assuming it's going to be super crispy out there tomorrow.
I mean, then, well, it's all about finding out where your misses are. There's a lot of little tiers. It's knowing when to be aggressive, when not. I mean, it all comes down to whether whether your hit's a good tee ball or not. So, because if you miss the fairway, you're screwed. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, it just comes down to hitting that tee-ball well, and then from there, I mean, I think it's a great test. I think it's a great leaderboard. I mean, all the haters just, I mean, they're not out there. They don't know what's going on. And when it comes down to it, does it even matter that people are chirping on social media about it being a bad tournament?
No, it never matters. Never. No.
Twitter is not a real place, Willie.
Yeah, like who gives a shit? That people are loving it. People are loving it right here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all in. I don't know enough to give an educated opinion on whether the course is good. I just know that we've seen some shots that we don't see at other courses. Yeah. And from all I hear, it's going to be super hard this weekend. So off we go.
I think people are going to be. I think 8 under is going to be the first round lead, and I think 11 under wins it. Mm-hmm. No, maybe like 13 wins it.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, you don't think that many guys are going to go backwards on the weekend?
I mean, I just think that I think it's going to be more difficult. I mean, the weather's perfect. The wind is starting to blow as well. So yeah, who knows? I mean, the weather's so good. It's just hard to say, but surely they can crisp it up, because there were definitely greens that you're like, that's way too soft.
Yeah.
Willie, quickly about your golf. You played this week. How did we hit him?
I shot 2 over, but I was playing with some Snake Eyes blades from 97.
I mean, that's 2 aside right there.
Every side. I hit some gigantic snipe hooks and then got up and down.
Yeah. Landon, who Willie played with, sent me a message and said, man, the dude absolutely stripes it, and he was using my set from 97 years ago.
Yeah. No, I'm flushing. I got 73 with inferior equipment.
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines from Willie was, correct me if I'm wrong here, Willie, but we were at a Corn Ferry event. We were talking. It was like kind of close to Monday qualifying, or not Monday qualifying, sectional qualifying, and I asked whether you were going to try to play, and you were like, you had played in the 2014 U.S. Open at Congressional. Is that right?
It was 11.
11. Okay. 2011 at Congressional. And I was like, are you going to play? And you were like, why would I want to do that to myself? And I'm like, what do you mean? You're like, oh yeah, just go to the U.S. Open to absolutely torture myself. No, I don't think I have no desire to do that.
Yeah. Well, I would always say that I played in the U.S. Open. Yes. Did it do anything for my confidence? No.
Yeah. Just like hit it in the rough, hack it out like 50 yards, like the people you've played with your whole life, like all these AMs, and you're like, holy shit, like what am I?
Yeah,
what?
So fun. I mean, like, well, if I was playing well, that would be great, but my playing well fluctuated greatly.
Yeah.
So Willie, you think? Last question, and then we'll let you get out of here and rest up. Put your feet up. I know you're in exquisite shape, and you could run the golf course tomorrow if you needed to, but you could run backwards. Yeah. Do you think that the players out there are enjoying this golf course as a U.S. Open venue?
Oh, 100%. Everybody's loving it. I mean, it's a great setting, great crowds, great, the whole thing is like, there's so much secrecy around this place, so it's just, it's very electric out there. It's very, very cool. I don't care what anybody says online. It's a fucking awesome tournament.
We love you, Willie. We love you. That's a perfect send off. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I love you too, man.
All right.
Good to see you,
Play
Willie.
well tomorrow, Willie.
See
Best
y'all.
of luck this weekend, man.
See ya.
Appreciate it.
I mean, Willie will. Well, that was a. I mean, it was a great interview. That was a technological struggle. That was a tech struggle, but we got there, and it was well worth the wait because Willie's great.
Patience is a virtue in this game, that's for sure. These are the players that we cover, the players that have more patience than anybody else.
Yeah,
And,
no one like. You think John Rahm is sitting through that and trying 4 times? No, he is pieced way out.
God.
Way out.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You think John Rahm is talking from his house and showing us his tour back? No, he's not. No. But Nick Hardy is, and Willie Wilcox is trying 9 times to come into the chat room in order to talk. And for the people that have stuck it out through the 41 minutes, my mic doesn't work. And I continually just aim at it like it is. Not on purpose, just out of habit, but my mic is not working.
It sounds great. Your non-mic sounds exceptional. And I got it. What are you in? Are you saying a Ramada or something? A residential inn?
Residence Inn was the cheapest.
The acoustics and the
first of all,
are exquisite.
Yeah, shout out to Golf Tech. And the last time we had we were in Denver, we had a car stolen, Mark and I. But so I sent Golf Tech. I said, hey, these hotels for the Colorado Open, the ones they give the players were super expensive. They're like $175 a night. And I was like, hey, guys, I'll stay at this. They're paying for this, my gig to be out here. And I said, I'll stay at this Airbnb. And they said, haven't you had enough problems at the Airbnb? Can you just stay at a hotel like a normal person, please? And so I found a Residence Inn that was like cheaper than the tournament hotel, and here I am at the Residence Inn. It's been home for a week, flying home tomorrow.
No U.S. Open for you.
No
this
US
is as close
Open
as you're
for
going to get.
Yeah, this is it.
Well, what did you make of Willie thinking that double digits, 13, might win?
No way.
I mean that seems aggressive, but
yeah, I'm gonna say, let's see. I mean, there's not that many people. I mean, Dustin Johnson's at 6. I think if Dustin Johnson shoots even this weekend, he's got a shot. There's only 5 people ahead of him, right? Ricky's at 10 right now, but he's got some very tough. Oh my God, Justin Thomas shot 81. Justin Thomas shot 81. That's insane.
Yep.
That's
pour one out for him tonight.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Oh, Dylan, Nick's in the top. Nick's to T18. Dylan Wu.
Nick top 20. Dylan finished -2, T13. Friends of the show.
I will talk about this with both Ryan Gerard and Dylan. Ryan Gerard has temporary PGA Tour membership. And it's a major, and I'm sure he's not thinking a lot about it, but he's T18 at a major, obviously has more FedEx Cup points. Like, this is, like, it's an important weekend, like, points-wise. Like, forget the U.S. Open, and I know, obviously, like, it's a secondary thought, but a good weekend, and he wraps up his tour card. And, I mean, same with Dylan. Dylan's 100th right now in FedEx Cup points. And, I mean, a good week at a major when a lot of the people that are just slightly ahead of you are probably not even in the field. A large portion of them are not even there. You're going to rocket by a lot of guys. It's not because, like, the next few weeks, not the Travelers because this is an elevated event, but after that, the Rocket Mortgage, et cetera, all the guys that are behind you are in the field, and all the guys just ahead of you are in the field. You got to play well just to status quo, let alone move up. But this is a week. It's a major, extra points. A lot of the people behind, most of the people behind you aren't there, and a lot of people in front of you aren't there. Like, you can rocket by some people. And so I know it's secondary. It's the U.S. Open. both of those guys are in contention with a very good weekend, but they're within striking distance for sure. I mean, it's an important weekend. It really is.
Massive, massive opportunity. Did any Corn Ferry Tour player make the cut?
Yes. Jacob Solomon is a Corn Ferry player, and it's very important for him too. You get points now.
That's huge.
And Jacob is like 55th, I think, in Corn Ferry points. So good for him for making the cut. Let's see if anybody else did. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I didn't see anybody.
That's the extent of it. I asked Austin Truslow whether he had thought about that because he's on a non-exempt medical and he has 6 starts to regain a certain amount of points to recapture his status on Corn Ferry Tour for next season. And he this was counted as one of his starts, I believe, just on the basis of that he teed it up. But I asked him whether just because he teed it up, does that count as one of the starts, or does he have to make the cut and earn points for that to be a start? And he's like, you're asking me good questions. They're not questions I want to ask anybody because I don't want to know. I just want to play.
Yeah, it's a good question. It's a good point. You don't need extra stress.
I'm like, sorry, I asked.
Yeah, good point. Gordon Sargent's going to make the cut. I'll do a stat of how many qualifiers made the cut. That would be good. That's my nightly goal after the cut is made. I will do a stat of how many.
You've got your homework.
You got my homework. Mark, let's do a quick. Okay, Nick Clearwater was going to join us, but he has to watch his kids and he can't. Nick Clearwater caddies or coaches a lot of tour guys and is a huge part of Golf Tech. That's where he works. He helps develop a lot of stuff there, and he broke down my swing today. And came off yesterday in the Colorado Open Pro-Am. I hit it like legit, the best I've probably hit it in 15 years. It was really good.
And that was before or after the lesson?
No, that was before. So that was it today.
Now you're screwed.
So, yeah, now I'm super screwed. He's like, hey, yeah, that's good, but you got to do these 3 things. And he says that I hit with him, but I mean, first of all, it's so amazing. Isn't it? Like the technology at Golf Tech is great. Like, I just don't take lessons. I'm going to now, and like what you can see. But second of all, I always feel like I'm pretty long for my age in my status of a 5 to 7 handicap, and Nick's like, oh, you can get a lot longer. Your hips don't turn at all, and so I am definitely going to be hitting it super long and super sideways pretty soon. No way.
Oh man,
there's no chance. I just
the next Monday Q versus Monday Q, we have to bring some extra balls.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, he's like, oh, Ryan, you don't turn your hips at all or your shoulders. He's like, you can get 10, 12 more yards. And I was like, oh, this is not good, Nick. I'm not sure. I'm ready to put my swing, but it was super great to go through a lesson and just kind of look at what you can do. I mean, as Mark can attest, I'm very inconsistent, and he addressed a lot of those whys. And so off to get more lessons.
Please tell me he gave you some hip stretches that you can demonstrate for us now.
He did. He said I got to start doing box jumps. He said if you can jump high, you can hit it far.
Oh, this is going to be a whole video series. We're going to have to live stream when you do box jumps.
Yeah. Played with Hannah Gregg this week. She struggled. She tweeted out tonight that golf has kicked her ass this year. And as Mark, you can relate to that as a professional, that there's just years or stretches, whatever that stretch can be. It can be 6 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, or 6 months. and it can kick your ass at times.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing that I'm only semi-jaded at this point.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
I'm sure that playing with you eased the sting of that because,
Yeah, right.
I have had you on the bag when I have,
Yeah.
been practically in my pocket on holes in actual competitions or considering heading into the clubhouse in Monday qualifiers because there's no mathematical chance. So while it's still not fun to be out there, you do ease the sting of it.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. The cut's going to be 2. It's going to Shane Lowry's in the house. Tom Hoagie is coming up. Colin Morikawa, both Tom Hoagie and Colin both at 2 over with a few holes to play. Paul Barjon. Paul, I wish I could have a video and take people out to that up and down that Paul made at the Barracuda Championship 2 years ago.
15th hole, par 3.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Insane. Yep. One of the best, definitely one of the best I've seen live. And because you can't appreciate on TV, I mean, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculously good. But Paul gave me a bunch of tickets and for the practice rounds that I gave away to some kids, and they had the time of their lives. He's on 13. He's 1 inside the cut line currently, so hopefully he plays well. I think 1 hour is enough. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Here's how we're going to end it. Okay, give me your first, second, third place in the winning score.
Yeah. Okay. Deal.
You don't have to give me the second place or the third place score. Just give me who finishes there.
All right. Rory McIlroy is going to win the U.S. Open. Dustin Johnson is going to finish second, and Dylan Wu. Homer pick. Dylan Wu is going to finish third. Shocker of shockers.
The MQI shocker.
Yeah.
All right. I actually agree with you. This is going to be Rory's week. He's going to win the U.S. Open at, I'm going to say 11 under, and then I'm picking Wyndham Clark second and Cameron Smith third.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I didn't see Cameron in there. I'm sticking with Dylan as a homer.
Stick with Dylan.
He's playing. I mean this seriously. A huge, important. We talked about just a few minutes ago. Huge, important week. And Dylan, I think, has made like 7 of 8 cuts or something like that. The guy's on a heater.
He's on a heater.
So, that's it, dude. This is good. We're gonna do a lot more like this. I love this. This is great. Mark's idea.
You're gonna do box jumps next time.
No, I'm going to do box jumps right now. Haven't worked out today. And shout out, you know what? Shout out to pro golfers. I am so sore. I have played 3 holes of golf. You had to walk. The Colorado Women's Open is a walking event. I carried my phone, of course, the entire time, and over 17,000 steps. Yesterday there was a rain delay, so that added 2,000 steps into the clubhouse and 2,000 back because we were at the far corner of the thing. And I mean, I'm in much better shape than I was 6 months ago. And man, I am sore today. I did not want to. I went and got a lesson, and the last thing I wanted to do was swing a club today.
Well, you got to build up that endurance because, my friend, in a week and a half, you're going to be back on the caddy job. You're taking the bag again for
that's right. All Pro Tour
an
event.
All Pro Tour event in Chicago.
Yeah, APT event. They just tweeted out that I'm a celebrity in the Pro-Am. That is scraping the bottle. The bottom of the barrel. Tony
Romo's playing?
Is playing in the APT event.
As a pro or celebrity?
As a pro.
Huh.
And let's hope we don't get married with Tony. But
you may have fired some shots at one point on Twitter. Is that
Possibly?
maybe?
Yeah,
Maybe.
definitely possible.
We'll
Definitely
maybe
possible.
delete that. Go back and delete that
Yeah,
tweet.
yeah. All right. Thanks everybody. That's it. We're gonna take some of this, tweet it out. Awesome stuff. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Rye. Enjoy U.S. Open weekend.